You too. What's going on? Appreciate y'all watching the video. What's going on? I figured I'd go ahead and do a video because I got good data service out here. You know, got good data service, so I'll go ahead and do a video. Yeah, man, what's going on? What's going on? But thought I'd go ahead and make a video, you know, check in with y'all. I know I haven't this year I haven't been making a bunch of videos this year. I've been busy this year. Been real busy this year. And I don't know. But but yeah, my bad, y'all. I spaced out for a minute. So I wanted to talk about something. You know, it's kind of interesting. You know, a lot of you guys. I don't know if any of you guys experienced this or have any connection with what I'm about to talk about, but like I just bought a property. I closed on a property. Was it this week or last week? I don't know. One of these Mondays. I don't know if it was this past Monday. I think it was this past Monday. Closed on the property. And on my way to the bank to go to the attorney to close on the property. On my way to the bank. And, while I'm at the teller getting a certified check, right? And I don't know, I felt like I was having this emotional connection to money. Like, I don't know what it was, man. I was just like I'm standing there at the teller and, I got the check, got in the car and went down to the attorney. And, we signing papers and stuff. And, the attorney is like, giving me papers to sign and we signing. I'm signing. I met the seller of the property. He was at the closing and everything. I met the seller and, man, but I don't know what this kind of out of body experience I was having, but I don't know what it is, but I think like what it is that we as people, like, I know me personally, like we have like this deep connection to money, man. Like, I don't know what it is, like, because for some reason I didn't want to let the money go. It was like $29,000 for the property. I didn't want to let the money go. It's like because we signing papers. I'm at the attorney. We in this room. It's like a board room. Like, it's this long table. It looks like a corporate boardroom type of deal. The attorney's sitting to my right, and like she's switching papers. She's like, sign here, sign here. And like, I got the check in my hand. I'm like, man, I don't want to spend this money. Like, I didn't want to let go of the money. And so the point I'm trying to make in this video is just like, why are we so attached to money, man? Like is it fear or something? Like, why am I scared to spend money on a piece of property that's gonna generate income and put money in my pocket? Why am I scared? Like, I was thinking to myself, what's wrong with you, man? Give that lady that check and let's get out of here. I don't know what was going on with me, man. Like, it was crazy. Um, it's just crazy, man. You didn't want to let the money go because the hard work involved to earn it. Yeah, yeah. I didn't, man. I didn't want to let it go, but at the same time, I had to talk to myself. I was just like, hey, I had to reassure myself, we trying to build wealth here. We trying to build wealth. Let the money go. That money ain't worth nothing. Let it go. And like I had to keep talking to myself. Give the lady the doggone check. I was talking to myself. I wasn't talking to myself out loud, but I was in my head. Get that lady that check. Get a lady the check. What you holding on to it for? The money is you're supposed to spend it. The money is supposed to be spent. You buy assets with it. So what you holding on to the money for? You can't take it with you. I had to talk to myself. Get that lady that check, man. And so, um, but yeah, that's it. I just wanted to share that. I don't know what it is. Like, we out here, working and carrying on. We do all this work out here, and we making money, and you know, um, when I log on to my checking account, I want to see that big number in my checking account. I want to see that big number, right? I want to see them big dollar sign numbers in my account. But at the same time, I'm like, man, I bought this property. Like, where the money at? I want the money. But the thing is, I had to keep talking to myself, man. Let that money go, man. It's you know, cash money is toilet paper. Get rid of it, and I don't know what it is, man. I don't know about y'all, but I know me. Like, I'm attached to money, and I had to keep talking to myself, man. Let that money go, you know. And you know, um, but yeah, that I just wanted to share that experience with y'all, man. I don't I don't know what it is, but I mean, I know what it is, but it's kind of like one of them things where you have to train yourself to think big. You have to train yourself to think out of the box. You have to train yourself to look past the little cash money, you know, cash in the bank. You want assets. You want real assets, not not toilet paper. Toilet paper. Money Mike Slick Will said, money is paper properties. Yeah, I mean, that's what it is, man. So, but you know, that's what I was dealing with. Going to the bank, handling that business, and but other than that, man, I'm sorry, man. I don't have much to talk about. You know, um, I mean, right now I'm at this place. I'm picking up this load. I think I'm picking up. This load here is a dark container load. I don't know if y'all ever picked up a load for Dark Container, but Dark Container is a company that produces uh, styrofoam cups, paper plates, and things like that. So I'm hoping this load is light. I'm really hoping that this load is real light, so I don't have to deal with all that weight. I don't have to deal with all that weight back there. You know. But I mean, I don't mind having some weight because it's a little windy right now down here in the South. I'm in North Carolina right now, so the wind is blowing real good out here. You know, having a little weight on your trailer sure help out a little bit. You know. I'm in Conyers. No, I'm not in Conyers. I'm in North Carolina right now. How the rates? The rates, they're not the best paying rates in the world, but you can find some decent loads out here. You got to learn the load board. I know I say that all the time, but you got to just get on the load board and study the load board. And that's just what it is. Just like in any business, you got to take your time and do your research. And so, you know, all the loads I got booked, all the loads I got booked, the loads I got booked are paying $800. I was lucky enough to get $800 loads all week. Very fortunate to get $800 loads all week. Very fortunate. And these loads are going 300 and 400 miles. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. And so I'm probably averaging like $1.80 to $1.90 a mile. This year haven't been that good as far as rate per mile is concerned. You know. But I try to gross as much money as I can every day. That's what I do. You know. That's what I do. I try to do better than I did at Snyder. Because when I was at Snyder, I was doing 700-800 a day. I was doing 2 loads a day at Snyder. So that's my threshold. I got to do better than I did at Snyder. As long as I'm doing better than I did at Snyder, then I know I'm doing good. You know, since I have my authority, my operating expenses are lower. My monthly operating expenses are lower, and I'm making more money. I don't have to do as much work as I did at Snyder, even with the rates are lower out here. You know, like I get a good fuel discount with my fuel card. My base plate ain't as expensive. I'm saving like half the money on my base plate per year. I don't have to worry about a whole bunch of deadhead. I don't have to worry about dropping hook in the trailer, running around for it empty. I don't waste a lot of time. I've been controlling my time. And so when you think about all those elements, you got to look at the bigger picture. You save quite a bit of money. The money goes into your pocket or it goes back into your business, and then you can recirculate the money and put it into other things rather than um like now I can do $4,000 a week right now and take home 2,800, right? But when I was at Snyder, I mean, in order to bring home $2,000, I would have to make damn near $5,000 a week, somewhere around 4,500 or something like that. And so that when you start playing with these numbers and you looking at business, man, cash flow is the game. And that's the game. You figure cash flow out, lower your monthly expenses, and run your truck. When you gross 4,000 and 5,000 a week, you taking home more money. You can take that money and invest it back into your business. You can take that money, invest it into other things. So Jamaica Newborn said, Fofo, why don't you collab with YouTuber Erica Williams and talk about investing in rental properties? Erica Williams, oh yeah, that's that girl. Yeah, I watched some of her videos. I don't know, like I know people in real estate, but the people that I know in real estate, they're not on YouTube. So like I know real people in real estate. I don't know like YouTube celebrities in real estate personally anyway. Like it's a lot of people that I follow on real estate on YouTube, but the people that I know in real estate, I know them for real. I got their phone number. You know what I mean? Like we cool for real. Like I can call them up for real, not YouTube garbage. You know what I'm saying? So like the agent that I use to find investment properties and stuff like that, I know her for real. I can call her up for real. Like I can text her at midnight, 10 o'clock at night, about something. Hey, I found this deal. I ain't gonna say her name on this video, but hey, I found this deal. What you think about it? You think it's a good deal? What's the cap rate? And then we'll talk back and forth about cap rates and return on investment and whatnot. And she'll tell me about some situation that's going on in the county or something that's a new strip mall they building 2 miles away. She'll be like, yeah, they building a new strip mall around the way that's going to bring traffic to the area, which it, people who renting the place, that's good, so like, we go back and forth. Like she told me she's done all kind of cool stuff for me. So like the people that I know in real estate for real, they not on YouTube, man. Like, so but yeah, that'll be a cool thing to get into, doing, real estate and whatnot. But I'll be so busy, man. It's hard. It's hard to keep up with people, and schedules got to line, and just about the only time I can probably get together with somebody is on the weekend because I'm busy in this truck. And it's just a lot of stuff. And so, I mean, I don't have no problem with it. I love being busy. You know, don't mistake it. I love being busy because that tells me I'm being productive. I'm not sitting around wasting time. And so, um, I mean, to, I know there's a correlation between being busy and actually being productive. I mean, I know that, but I'm just doing what I gotta do, man. Cause I know I'm gonna get a troll. Somebody gonna be like, man, just because you busy, that don't mean you being productive. Yeah, I know, but I'm out here doing what I gotta do. Cause if I wasn't out here doing what I gotta do, I'll be at the house playing Xbox. I'll be at the house watching TV, groping and moaning about, oh, I wish this, I wish that, and I wish this and that, and wish I want that. Well, how you gonna sit up there and wish all that stuff and you're not doing anything about it to get out there and to get it, you know? And so at least I'm out here doing something. You know, we can get into the particulars on what I can and can't do, but I mean, real talk, man. I'm doing something, man. So give me a break. I'm doing something. I got my own truck and trailer, got rental properties. I'm trying to manage all this stuff, and um, you know, um, I got a wife at the house and stuff, and you know, it's just I got a lot of stuff going on, and so hey, I'm having a good time. I'm enjoying myself. I'm really enjoying myself. I'm learning a whole lot of stuff. So Simple Logic said, how much did you have to spend for insurance down payment when you first got your authority? Erica Williams talk about all types of investment from real estate to all kinds of getting funding for your business. Oh yeah, I follow Erica Williams. Yeah, she talk about notes and um, you know, all kind of cool stuff. But how much did I have to spend for insurance? I got a whole bunch of videos talking about the startup and the startup costs for getting your authority. I had got a whole bunch of videos about that. And so I don't want to make this whole video talking about that kind of stuff because any of y'all been following me for a long time. Y'all probably get tired of hearing me talking about authority this, authority that. Every video is talking about authority, 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 authority. You know, I mean, truth be told, I mean, the authority game, I say out of 10 guys, maybe 2 guys want to get the authority. And so it's just not a cool topic, you know. But how much money did I spend? When it comes to getting your authority, I'm gonna just tap on the subject real quick, then I'm gonna leave it alone. When it comes to getting your authority, I recommend going with OIDA Insurance. Now you can shop around and find another insurance company. But the reason why I tell guys to go with OIDA Insurance because they're more flexible on a new entrant on a new policy on a new carrier. They're very flexible. A lot of these insurance companies, what they're gonna do is they're gonna give you a 12-month policy and put you on a 9-month payment plan, which requires you to put a hefty down payment up front. So say if the policy is $15,000, you got to put down anywhere from 10 to anywhere from 3 to like 20% down. When you're a new entrant carrier, more than likely it's going to be closer to 15 to 20% down because you're a brand new fresh carrier. Okay. And so if you looking at the actual cash flow and the power of each dollar. It don't make no sense for you to put $5,000 down for insurance and you ain't even pulled no freight yet. That don't make good business sense. So I tell guys to go with OIDA Insurance their first year. That's what I tell guys. You got some guys be like, oh, OIDA ain't rated. Like, dude, I got OIDA Insurance right now. I'm going on my second year with OIDA Insurance. I've been making money. I don't pull loads for all kinds of brokers. I'm set up with about a good 100, 150 brokers. I don't get turned down that often. I really don't. I mean, let's keep it real talk. I pull Landstar loads. I pull JB Hunt loads. I don't even want to talk about the rated insurance garbage because it's a fallacy. It's a misnomer. Okay? Y'all get me started, man. You know, y'all get me started. Talking about, oh, you get turned. I don't get turned down for no brokers. Like year to date, I think I've been turned down for insurance purposes. Year to date, I think I've been turned down twice. Year to date. Been turned down 2 times year to date. I call on a lot of loads. I go on that DAC board. I call on a lot of loads. And for insurance purposes, I think I may have been turned down 2 times for insurance. Okay. Now, I do get turned down, but it ain't about insurance. Let me tell you some of the reasons why, the big reasons why a broker will turn you down. It had nothing to do with insurance. A reason why a broker will turn you down is because you don't have enough seasoning on your authority. That's a big one. You call on a broker that requires you a year in business, they're going to turn you down. Now, I went back and forth with a broker one time. I really didn't even want the load, but he turned me down. He said he looked up my authority. He said my CSA score was too high. I was like, what are you talking about? My CSA score, I don't have no points on my CSA score. What are you talking about? So I went on Safer website and looked up my CSA score, and I printed out the report and I sent it to him, because you're not going to tell me all this bad stuff about my business when I know damn well I hold my business to a high standard. You're not going to tell me no bullshit. I printed out the report and I sent it to him. He was like, man, what are you talking about? Ain't no points. My carrier rating is high. I get green lights when I go through the scales. What are you talking about? And so for him to tell me that bullshit, I was like, nah, dog, you're not going to tell me that. So I got turned down for some BS like that. I got turned down one time on a load because, let me think. I'm trying to think of all the reasons why you get turned down. I got turned down on a load because they didn't like, the broker wanted me to take pictures of my trailer. I took pictures of my trailer. I sent them pictures of my trailer. He didn't like the sidewalls on my trailer. Now look, I don't have a DuraPlate trailer. I have a utility drive-in trailer that's got the fiberglass walls. He was like, nah, man, we need DuraPlate. I was like, man, my trailer inside width is 102 inches. I don't know what you're looking for. My trailer is just as good as a DuraPlate. It ain't wood, you know. So I got turned down for that on a load. I'm trying to think of some other reasons that I got turned down on a load. Shit. It's a bunch of other reasons, but it ain't insurance. It is not insurance. And so I tell guys, So the point, what I'm trying to say, I tell guys, look, get OIDA insurance because they're more flexible. They're more economical for startup costs. Okay, you can go to OIDA and get you a policy for about $10, $11, $12,000. They're only going to require 3% down, anywhere from 1 to 3% down. All you need is cargo and liability. To bind the policy, all you got to do is put down to bind a $11,000 policy with just cargo and liability. To bind the policy, you only need about $500. You don't need $500. That's way different than $3,000, $4,000 down from an A-rated carrier or something like that. OIDA is going to bill you on a 12-month policy where you pay 12 months of the policy. And so if you just get cargo and liability, that policy is only going to be about $7,000 to $8,000. Just say $7,000 to $8,000. And to bind the policy, you only put down $500, $600. That's what I did. You're not going to be pulling no freight anyway, because you can't pull no freight from a broker until you break 30 days anyway. So go ahead and bind the policy for $500. Get your base plates, get your truck and trailer, boom, 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 get everything started up. Wait 30 to 60 days. You only in for 2 months insurance. If you wait 60 days, you only in for insurance about $1,000, $1,100. Once you start pulling freight, now you go back and add the physical damage. Ain't no point in paying on physical damage when you're not gonna be pulling freight. Save that money. Don't waste the money. Okay? And so that's why I tell guys to go to OIDA. It's a cheaper, it's an economical way to get your foot in the door. Now you can use that policy, get your authority a year or two of its seasoning, then you go back, find another insurance carrier, drop OIDA, and get the A-rated, and you're going to get a better rate. That's a better way to do it because you got money, you got cash flow coming in, you got time, you got relationships with brokers already, and now you can go ahead and move up to that A-rated insurance if that's just so important for you. Me personally, I don't really see the benefit unless my rate is cheaper. If my rate is cheaper, then I go with A-rated, but it don't do nothing for me. So you get your base plate, in Georgia, I run the Southeast most of the time. For a Southeast regional policy to run, 8, 9, 10 southern states, my base plate is about $1,000. My base plate is $1,000. So the base plate is $1,000. You get your BOC3, you get your UCR, you bind your insurance. You might be in all in, plus the $300 authority application fee. You might be all in for like maybe $2,000, $2,500. That's just registration fees, paperwork. That's $2,500 in paperwork. That's about what you're looking at. Insurance, registration, authority, DOT number, BOC3, base plate, all that. Probably all in about $2,300, $2,400. So there are economical ways to get your authority, and you don't have to do it all up front. You can do it piece by piece, piece by piece. Okay, you go get your base plate. You can go down to the well, before you get the base plate, you got to have insurance. So get your insurance. Pay your highway use tax. You can't get a plate until you get the 2290. So you got to get insurance, get the 2290, then go and get your plate. Just do piece by piece. That's what I did. Piece by piece, man. That's what I did. When I was at Travelogo, I just did things piece by piece. Get your plate. Run a little bit. Run by 2 or 3 weeks. Save up. Okay. Get that. Okay. Run a little bit. Save up. Get that. And so you just do it piece by piece. And then before you know it, You can just tell that carrier that you leased on to, if you leased on or what have you, and be like, hey man, deuces, man, I got my own authority. I'm good. Bye. And you just take your time, man, and it's not, if anybody is telling you that they can do your authority for more than maybe 2,500, I'll find somewhere else to go. Cause that, ain't no point in wasting that money, man. You need to keep your money in your business so you can buy tires. So you can get a PM done, put fuel in your truck. Don't be wasting money like that, man. So there be some guys out here, man, they be like, man, I spent $10,000 to get my authority. I'm like, why? Why? Oh, okay. Okay. Well, they loaded me, man. I thought I was gonna be in here for hours. Got out already, as I'm leased on with the small MC in Indianapolis, Indiana. Okay. Okay. Well, the thing is, when you leased on to a carrier, you're not pulling the full insurance. So if you leased on, more than likely you just got physical damage. And like a lot of guys, I get into these conversations with guys, they don't get it. They think they got physical damage, they got insurance. No, 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 no. I'm talking about the $1 million liability. You got to have that $1 million liability and your cargo. You're not paying cargo. You're not paying the $1 million liability. Now, your carrier may be charging you for it, but that insurance is not in your own name. My insurance is in my own business name. It say JH Services on there. Okay, it don't have the carrier that I'm leased to. You get what I'm saying? So more than likely, you're not paying $1,000, $1,100 a month for insurance. You probably just paying cargo. I mean, not cargo, but you just paying physical damage. Physical damage is just you just insuring your equipment. You just insuring your truck. That's it. So in a loss, you get a check for your truck. Your carrier that you leased onto, they're paying for the $1 million big boy liability and the cargo insurance, the $100,000 in cargo. And so once you go out there and get a quote on a $1 million liability and the $100,000 cargo, and then you get a physical damage, you get breakdown, you get roadside assistance, all the other stuff, just like you insuring a car, then you're gonna get the big boy insurance, the full policy. You know, so I mean you can be looking at anywhere from 10 to like 30,000, depending on what carrier you go with. But anybody that quotes you for like more than maybe 12 or 13,000, I wouldn't mess with them. Because to me, insurance is insurance. You know, you just need insurance so you can be legal and go down the road and make money. Your first year in business, man, you don't need to be spending all that money on that stuff. And it's like guys want to go out there, their first year in business, go out there and get A-rated insurance and boast about getting A-rated insurance when you can't even pull for an A-rated broker anyway, because a broker, the bigger brokers that require the A-rated insurance, they're gonna want you to have a year, 2, 3, 4 years in business anyway. I called on a load one time. This broker said they require 7 years in business. They require 7 years in business. It don't have nothing to do with your insurance being rated or not. They require 7 years in business. That's just what it is. And so, um, guys get caught up in the wrong stuff. So if you just got physical damage, you're probably paying about 350 a month for physical damage. That's it, physical damage. And so when you get your authority, you got to cover the public, the cargo, truck, and trailer. Okay, you're looking at a $13,000 policy for the year. Your insurance is gonna be anywhere from 8. I talked to guys who got, they own authority. They looking, I talked to guys that got a $700 a month policy, 700 to, and I talked to guys who paying as high as $1,600 a month for insurance. And so it all depends on where you're gonna be running at. Okay. If you run all 48 states, you got to have all 48 state policies. On your insurance policy, it's going to have all the states on there that you can run. What type of freight you're going to be pulling? What type of commodities are you going to be pulling? And so all that stuff dictates, what kind of freight, what kind of rate you're going to get. And so, I would call up an insurance company and ask them, and just go through and shop around and see what kind of quote you can get. Because sometimes if you run regional, if you want to run regional, okay, every blue moon you might go out to another area. I would say, because in the policy it's going to tell you, if you run 70 to 80% of your loads are in a certain area, but maybe another 10, 15, 20% of your loads may run out of your area, well, then you could be saving $300-400 a month by running a regional operation. But if you have that big boy policy on there where you run all 48 states and you don't run all 48 states, you're wasting money. Ain't no point in getting a 48 state policy and all you're going to be doing is running the Midwest, Texas to Illinois, or Illinois to Jersey and back. It makes no sense for you to get the big boy policy. And so all that combined, that save you some money right there, And like I talk to guys, man, they go out there and they call the insurance company up and they be like, man, I got all 48 states on my insurance. I got all 48 states on my base plate. Like, why? Like, you're not running all 48 states, So, guys make this thing complicated. It's not that complicated. It's business. It's business. It's as simple as that. About to pull the trigger on Dean Cole's course. Any regrets on doing it? Nope. I have no regrets on doing Dean Cole's program. No regrets at all. No regrets at all. Because, like, I don't know what it is with y'all, but y'all scared to pay for some doggone education. Why are y'all scared to pay for education? That's what it is. It's education. Like, y'all, like a lot of y'all don't went to college and got student loan debt, thousands of dollars in student loan debt, but you scared to pay $500, $1,000 to go through a credit course that's going to make you money. Like all the money y'all be wasting out here, but then, y'all don't want to spend money to better yourself. Like I can tell y'all, hey man, go read this book. It's $25. It'll change your life. You can get them skills that you read, put them skills to work immediately, see an instant return off a $20 purchase information that you got of a book for $20. But y'all ain't gonna do that. It's like, man, go through the class, man. You're gonna learn something. And it's like guys, like, because the Dean Cole's program is not, like I said before, it's not like your average program where, because there's a lot of programs out there where you pay them some money and then they get you credit. That's not what the program is about. It's going to teach you how to build a business. It's going to teach you how to build a business so that you look professional in the eyes of a lender. Okay. So when you go to a bank and you apply for business credit, you know exactly how to structure that application. You know exactly how to structure that credit profile. You know exactly how to structure your image as a business to be able to get instant approvals. Okay? You know how to do it. But like, I don't know, like y'all want somebody to do it for you. No, it is a class. It shows you how it goes into the depths of, showing you about business credit. I mean, to me, it's worth it. I think he went up on the price. I think it's $1,000 now, but that's worth it, man. They got payment plans, $50, $100 a month. That's nothing, man. Do the program. You get through with that program, you can knock that program out in, depending on your learning style, you're looking at 3 to 6 months. You can knock that program out in 3 to 6 months, man. In 3 months, you knock that program out, maybe sooner. I haven't been in a program in a long time, but you can get in that program 2-3 months, knock that program out, and immediately apply what you just learned, and you can build businesses, get LLCs, get DUNS numbers. You know everything exactly what you need to do to build a credible, professional looking business to go out there and get business credit, just like that, man. And you have those skills for life. Okay? You have those skills for life. It ain't like he building you for the rest of your life. You pay him $1,000 for the course. You learn stuff in the course. It's notes. You can download the notes and everything. And so you can carry it with you for the rest of your life, man. Anytime you want to, and you can turn around and start your own business, consulting business from what you learn. Okay? I've been thinking about doing that, starting a little consulting business, helping guys and charging a fee for it because of the stuff that I learned in that class. And so, I can go online, get an LLC, get an EIN number, boom, boom, in 30 days, boom, boom. I know how to structure it. It looks professional. Get the 1-800 number, have everything. And so there's certain like little gems that, like, a lot of guys be like, man, I can learn all that stuff for free, man. I can go on YouTube. But on YouTube, you ain't gonna learn everything. There are a lot of little small gems in the class that you're not gonna get for free. It's not available. I learned, before I took the class, I already knew about business credit. I thought I knew everything is. I already knew about the 1-800 number. I already knew about 411. I already knew about search engine optimization and stuff like that. I already knew about SEO. I already knew about listing your business on Google and Yahoo. I already knew about that. But it's a lot of little small gems that, like, oh, I didn't know that. That's why I didn't get approved for that loan. That's why this and that, because these is little small gems, and if you don't do it right, and if you don't do it at the right time, it'll mess your whole credit profile up. And and it's just, and I mean, that's just my opinion. That's just something I've learned. To not be scared to pay for good information. Guys be trying to get shit for free, man. Y'all need to cut this shit out. Stop trying to get shit for free all the doggone time. It saves everybody a lot of time. You know, it ain't nothing wrong with paying somebody for some information. I be getting guys on my video talking about, man, I ain't buying that stuff, man. You can get it for free. You just being cheap. You're gonna be cheap for the rest of your life. And see, the thing is, guys don't even understand what they be talking about, right? Like, you want to start a business, you want to get business credit, you want to go out here and do business, do commerce, but you have a cheap mindset, you have a cheap energy, your aura around you is cheap, and like, nobody gonna want to do business with you if you always being cheap all the time. And like, look, if you spend the money, it will come back to you tenfold. You got to move with the spirit of abundance. Okay, you have to move with the spirit of abundance. And so, if you paying somebody to provide a service, right? Well, like I was saying in my other video, you got to go out here and do deals. It's the same thing with trucking, real estate, a barbershop, or a landscaper. You got to go out here and get stuff done. Go out here and do deals. Sometimes you got to spend the money for the energy and for the love to come back, for the wealth to come back to you. You can't go through your whole entrepreneurial career being cheap about everything. Nobody don't want to work with you. You up there being cheap. You got this cheap spirit about you. Stop being so damn cheap. That's something I had to learn. Cause I was like that myself. I was like that myself, where I go through the world, I go through life. Everything I do is trying to save a dollar. Sometimes you just got to spend the damn money, man. Sometimes you just got to spend the money to get to the certain level. You just got to spend the money, man. If a seminar is $500 to go to a seminar, man, spend the $500 to go to a seminar. Because when you go to the seminar, they may talk about something you already know, but you might meet somebody. You might meet somebody at the seminar that you wouldn't have met otherwise. You get what I'm saying? Like, for example, I just closed on a property this past Monday. Was it this Monday or? But anyway, I just closed on the property. The guy that I bought the property from, he's got a portfolio of about 400 properties, 400 properties. We was in the attorney's office just chopping it up, having conversation. I got his phone number. I got the guy that he do business with, I got his phone number. Since I bought that property for $30,000, right? I opened the door up for a new business opportunity. See what I'm talking about? And so, like, once you stop thinking about saving money all the time and being cheap, doors will open up to you, because you got to think with abundance. You can't be sitting around thinking like that. Trying to, man. It's like, look, Dean Cole's got a great program. Spend the money, man, and get involved. Because you might get involved with that program. It's gonna put you in a situation where you might meet somebody, or it might put you in a situation, because they got a Facebook group. Dean Cole has a Facebook group. You might get in that Facebook group, link up with somebody. Hey, man, you want to go and have a drink later? Like, yeah, y'all meet up, y'all have a drink. All of a sudden, boom, y'all out here doing business deals. You just met a new business partner because you joined the Dean Cole program. You're not going to find it being cheap, trying to find cheap information on Google, on YouTube, being a troll. You get what I'm saying? You gotta put yourself in line. You gotta follow the spirit of abundance, man. And that's just something I learned just recently. Sometimes a deal, or sometimes wealth could be right there in front of us, but we'll ignore it and be trying to be like, oh. It's like, dude, look, you got to follow. God is trying to put you in a direction, and like you not you're not following the direction. So so but yeah, man, get in that Dean Cole program. And the great thing about it, I know a lot of you guys who follow me, we black, okay? We black brothers and sisters. A lot of you guys that follow me. Dean Cole is a black brother that he's got information. Support that black brother, man. Support him. You know, it ain't too many of us out here doing that kind of work. He's a articulate, smart, strong black brother. Support that brother, man. It ain't too many of us out here doing that kind of work. The black man is always seen as like a negative connotation. It's not too many of us that's seen in the positive light. And because the thing is, the sad thing about it, the sad thing about it is that the black man has a stigma. And, you know, when a black man walks in the room, instantly it's a negative thing. It's negative, right? Oh, he gonna hurt me. He gonna steal from me. You get it's sad, man. And we got a black brother over here doing some positive work. Give back, man. Pay him $1,000 for that information, man. Y'all a trip. Y'all are a trip, man. Is 60K too much for a 2017 MX-11P? Hmm. 60K. I mean, I don't like them MX engines. I would shoot for Detroit or Cummins. I don't like them MX engines. 2017 60K. I mean, that ain't bad. I mean, you know, you got to do all the due diligence on that truck. I mean, you still got to do the due diligence, but I don't like the PACCAR engines. You know, I don't, you know, I try to get something with a Cummins or a Detroit in it. But that's just my opinion. But it sounds like a good truck, but it's that MX engine. I don't know about it. Your boy Rich said, just took a drop shipping course aside from my trucking business. Guys ain't willing to sacrifice. Yeah, man. Dean Cole, what's going on, Dean Cole? What's going on, man? Appreciate you watching my videos. Yeah, man, I appreciate it. Yeah. Right, Dean, man. I be trying to tell him. Because I used to think like that. And so once you mature and understand how this game of business work, it ain't always about just having the information, right? You got to execute. And like, people don't want to be around people who don't get stuff done, right? And the same thing applies to like if you dating a girl or you have a wife or something like that. And if you with your girl, or if you're a girl, you with your husband or your boyfriend, if this person is always negative all the time, he's always negative, you don't want to be around nobody like that. The same thing applies if you're with somebody who's cheap, and he's just cheap. He's just a cheap person. He's always talking about how to save money. He don't want to spend no money. It's like, dude, man, just have a good time. Okay? I'm not saying go out there and just waste your doggone money on anything, but you only can do so much research. Do your research. Look at the situation. Say, okay, I did my research. I took my time. I did my due diligence on this. This looks like a good deal. let me go ahead and do it. It's $1,000. Let me do it. You know, and let me try it. You know, I mean, you can go on Dean Cole's YouTube page. You can go on his YouTube channel. He's got all this information on there. You know, talking about business credit, talking about this and that. I mean, just by watching his YouTube, you can tell he's a genuine, real dude. I mean, because you go on to these other companies' websites, right? That's selling credit builder program, real estate program, flipping. It comes off real salesy, and you know, and so sometimes the situation to speak to us, and you know, so like, and like, see, Dean Cole, he's a brother, right? I'm a brother. I can relate with Dean Cole because it's like, okay, he's a brother. I'm black. He black. It's like, hey, I'm gonna give him a chance. So that's kind of like what I'm saying is sometimes you just follow your heart. You do all the research you can. Be like, okay, I feel good about it. I'm gonna go ahead and try it. You know, and that's just kind of how I feel about real estate. When I'm looking at a property to buy, you know, I drive through the property. I'll walk down the street. I'll look at some of the other houses in the neighborhood. I circle that neighborhood a couple times, you know, before I feel good about it. I'll be like, you know what? I like this property. You know what? I like it. I like it. You know, I don't, you know, I feel good about investing my money here. So, okay, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and put in an offer. And it's just simple as that. You know, you just follow your heart. And, but you know, some guys, I talk to some guys like they just, they have a bitter spirit, man. I don't know what it is. For pass the word, I'm a full-time broker from the government, all states dispatcher. I want to share my knowledge. I just retired from the airport, ready to help my brothers on the road. Okay, man. Send me an email at 44trucker@gmail.com, man, and see what kind of loads you got. I have a DUNS, EIN, Google listing, but I'm missing certain things, and I've known for a while. So next week, I'm buying the course. I'm letting my unicorn load from earlier this week provide the 1K. And not to mention, man, it's a tax deduction. You know what I mean? If you in trucking, you know, it's a business expense, man. That's a tax deduction. So really, you're not even paying $1,000. It's really like maybe like $700. You know, the taxes. What's good, for out here in California tuning in? Thanks for the knowledge. Yeah, man. Dean Cole said, I'm winning. I know you winning, man. Dean Cole a trip, man. Dean Cole a trip, though. I mean, tell you the truth, Dean Cole is one of my mentors. Like, he'd be on his videos and his Facebook, and like he'd be stunting, having his suits and his ties and his watches and carrying on. He'd be stunting though, you know. So, um, um, watching Dean Cole has inspired me to up my grown man game. Okay, and so, I mean, I say in the last 2-3 years, man, like when, like sometimes, man, I take my girl out and I step out, man, I put my grown man on. I put on a nice tie, a button down, and put on some pants and stuff like that, man. I step out there and stunt, man. I step out there and stunt. And so, um, um, I mean, a lot of guys like hate on other guys like that. I don't know what it is. Guys just like to hate. It's just guys up there just like to hate when they see other guys doing good, or gals, you know, that's doing good. And it's just like, I don't know why people like that. I don't think, when I'm watching Dean Cole, I don't see that. I see, when when I'm watching Dean Cole, I'm on it. I'm watching his videos and stuff. I'm seeing another brother that's doing good, that's inspiring, trying to build other people up, help them with their business, show them business credit. To me, that looks good to me. Like, I salute that brother, man. Like, I mean, I think that's good. And so he's one of my mentors. He inspires me to up my game. Cause I know when I step outside, right? I'll step outside and I know I need to shave, but sometimes I step outside and like I'll let myself go, right? But I watch a guy like Dean Cole, he inspired me to up my game a little bit. So I'll be like, you know what? I'm gonna clean up a little bit. Let me shave myself a little bit and put on a tie and something, put on some pants, man, and really show my grown man. You know what I mean? And show these people that not every black person out here is sagging their pants. You know, not every black person out here, um, not every black person out here is a coon, so to speak. You know, not every black person. I mean, there are a lot of black people out here that can speak with some sense. You know, we can articulate just like everybody else. And so, as a black man, I think it's beautiful. You know, so um, I mean, I don't know. It's guys. I don't know why guys like to hate sometimes. I don't know. Cash Maddox said, "Love Dean Cole, of course, but to many, too many tests." Yeah, he got a lot of tests in his course. I have to admit that it's a lot of tests, and it's a lot of tests, and but the thing is, even though I don't like the test, I'm grateful for the test because when you go through them tests and you go through them over and over and over and over, because he gonna that course, it just keeps throwing the same information at you over and over and over and over again. When you do it that course, you can build a business and you will know how to do it, no doubt. You know how to get that LLC started, boop, 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 get your DUNS number. I mean, you can do that stuff in your sleep because you've done it. So, like, he's throwing this information at you over and over and over again. And so, the repetitive tests like that, it's gonna bother you. But once you through with it, you gonna appreciate it because you learned the material. You know the material in and out like the back of your hand. And so you go out there and get your EIN, blah, 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 get your LLC, build your business build your business profile, get your vendor lines and quick, quick, quick. You know what? Like, you can sit down and have a conversation with somebody and they would think that you are expert in business credit because you know about it. It's quick. You can have intelligent conversations because you know what you're talking about. And so for that fact, I'm grateful for the course. However, it is kind of bothersome. Dean Cole, if you watching, man, slow down on them tests, man. Slow down a little bit, because all the tests, you got to get 100%. You got to get all the answers 100% when you doing the test in the class. So you got to get 100% on all the questions. It ain't no 90. It ain't no 80. You got to get 100%. So depending on how you look at it, I mean, that's just how I think. I'm a positive thinking person. So that's just how I think. Oh, you planning to buy a duplex? What? Congratulations, DM. Shoot. Do I use the NASDAQ fuel card to save money? Nah. I don't like the NASDAQ program because you got to pay $250 a year for the program. I don't like that. I don't think I should have to pay for a discount. So the discount that I have with my Calm Data card, I get 23 cents off the cash price at TA, and so that I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. That's decent. So I mean this the fuel card that I got. It's calm data. You know, people will find every excuse not to do better and look down on you for trying. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's just how guys are, man. That's just people for you. That's just people. You know, people. That's how people do, man. But hey, we got an hour, man. I've been running my mouth 100 an hour and 10 minutes, man. I've been running my mouth. But hey, I appreciate y'all watching my videos, man. I see y'all next time.